What's up guys, duArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video. So you guys asked me how do I do the skill nodes. I'm gonna show you all the nodes, I guess. If you have enough energy, 80 energy. Might not be enough, but you don't want to waste your time with these boss nodes. Supposedly, according to Scopely, you don't have to beat them for the 100% completion, even that the game says otherwise. So we'll see. Now, either way, it doesn't matter because we cannot do it 100% either. The only guy you have to do is this last one, right? The other ones that have these spikes on the side, supposedly, allegedly, these ones are optional. Okay, now one big problem I have with these raids are absolute dog shit, let's be honest. There is no real strategy coming to these, and I think we actually have a downgrade. So for example, I just used the tech team on Sim. I didn't even have to play these nodes one time. You can just right away sim it right away. You don't even have to beat it once to have the sim option enabled. And what's the point of releasing a new raid if you're not going to have any kind of gameplay, if you're not going to have any kind of strategies, if the only thing that matters is really if you are filling up the requests, right? You have gear tier 19? Yes, check. You have ISO 3? Yes, check. Okay, is that really necessary for a new raid? You can do that on the old raids too. At least we will not have these bullshit bugs and the drama that it brings to alliances, because as an alliance leader or as an alliance captain, this is going to be a massive headache that you don't want to deal with. But this is where we are at with raids in MSF, and the worst part is that if you do the normal difficulty, you get better rewards on the individual nodes than you get on the Omega version of the raid. So, like, WTF, like, what the hell is going on here, Scopely? Like, it makes absolute no sense. Other thing that doesn't make any sense is me using my gear tier 19.5. So this is Orcish with the centerpiece plus the additional gear tier 19, and they are wiping. Why is my Sentinel dying all the time? Why is my team dying all the time? It's crazy. So you are telling me that one of these new teams have no longevity and they were released like 6 months ago? This is unprecedented. So yeah, I guess that's the way MSF is going. They are really desperate to sell more stuff, I guess. And definitely not making the player base happier with a better experience. We have insane lag recently. Look at this. We are simming. The sim result takes almost as long as the match on auto. Let's be honest. And it was funny the other day. The game was lagging so much that I opened to attack the raid node, and before I could select my team, the raid node timed out. The 1 minute that you have to select your team, it timed out. It's ridiculous. The performance of the game keeps getting worse and worse. And I tried this on my tablet. It's not as bad, but it's still pretty bad compared to last year. And on emulators like this one, this is LD player. This one should work pretty easy. Well, it's not the case. It seems like all emulators now are struggling as well to deal with MSF, and we don't know why. So we need a PC port. It seems like Scopely does not want to do a PC port, but Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has, Rachel Legends has, so why not a PC port for Marvel Strike Force? I really don't get it. Now, let's take a look at the bio nodes. The bio nodes are another hassle. Look how much it takes to load just the nodes. This is absolute nonsense. The amount of time you waste in Marvel Strike Force looking at loading screens and waiting for this to load. Look at this. It already passed 5 seconds. Now you have to change the team. And another 10 or 20 seconds or even more are going to take for this. Look at this, like, what am I supposed to do here? And this is why I've been very frustrated with Marvel Strike Force. I don't have intentions of quitting the game, but I'm telling you, like, this is the kind of burnout I don't like to deal with. Look, what is this? Why is it taking so long to load the pictures of the characters? It's absolutely insane. Okay, we have to select 5 bio characters. We're gonna press auto, and then we're gonna use our symbiote team, and then we win, right? And we're gonna only clear 2 nodes. We don't have to clear those additional boss nodes or whatever. because they are not giving you points anyway. So we're gonna wipe. This is just insane energy consumption, but you can do it. So just do it with your alliance. Like it's not a lot of effort. Now the energy refreshes quite faster. It's like 2.5 minutes faster, and that means you can do 2 more attacks throughout your day. So those 2 attacks is the ones that you want to do on the bio nodes. And you don't need your symbiotes at level 105. Level 100 is good enough. The problem is the purple ISO 8. Yes, purple ISO 8 is still a problem. And for the basic levels, right? We're not talking about ISO 8 level 4 or level 5. We're talking about ISO 8 level 3. And it's still a huge hassle to deal with. So, but this is the only way you can beat these nodes. And like I said, because the energy refreshes faster, if you skip all those additional bosses, you can eventually get to 100% in the raids if you're going to do exactly as I do on the skill nodes. Because that's really the only problem is the skill nodes, right? The Mystic nodes, pretty easy, and we have a lot of options. We have Null, we have Odin, we have Mephisto. The only real problem is the bio nodes where you have to double sack, or you have to sack once and then attack. And the other problem is, oh man, I didn't have to press there. And the other problem is the skill, bio and skill. Tech is that mess. Sometimes the team wipes on the first node, sometimes it doesn't. I really still don't understand why that's the case. I guess that mini boss that shows up early on deletes one of your characters and they cannot be revived or so. Because otherwise it shouldn't be a problem, right? If we are talking about Orkies, it's a team that revives characters, so I'm not really sure why we are struggling with this. Okay, we have to select 5 bio characters with the purple ISO 8. You can use your Alpha Flight characters because they are the ones that already have purple ISO 8. And yeah, it's definitely not free-to-play friendly. This is definitely for veteran players or endgame players. Not because it's difficult, but because of the amount of resources that you have to spend just in order for you to participate on this absolute nightmare of a raid. Once again, not a nightmare because it's difficult. It's just because it's a massive hassle to deal with. We are already here for almost 10 minutes and we barely did 6 nodes, right? It's just so frustrating. Is it 6 nodes or 4 nodes? Probably 4 nodes. Okay, we're gonna do the last attack on Bio, then we're gonna jump to Mystic, and then I'm gonna spend some power cores in order for us to do the skill nodes. And the skill nodes you should do as a group. You have 3 lanes, and two of your members of the alliance should join together, and you should join forces as well with someone else, so you can at least do 2 lanes and progress with your alliance, right? So once again, we're gonna jump these optional bosses, supposedly subject to change. So we're gonna press on Mystic. Once again, 3 hours to load the game. And we're gonna use the Night Stalkers with Mephisto and Odin. Some people use different teams here. You can use full Night Stalkers, Mephisto, Odin, Odin Null. You have definitely a few options. And you can also use this team on the last boss as well without any hassle. Okay. Let's take a look at the final Mystic node. 2 nodes, that's good enough. I'll take it. The optional ones, we'll do the optional ones in the future when we don't have to sack a skill and bio and whatever, because otherwise it's really dreadful. Now, the situation with the skill nodes is actually quite simple. You cannot have characters that assist, and some of those characters are going to be Captain Sam and Peter B. Parker, right? And because of that, yes, we're going to spend some energy. And because of that, you have to be careful because you don't want to do the Captain Sam special. And when you take a look at the enemies, let's just wait for the game to load again. I'm really not sure why it takes so long to load. I didn't change anything about my setup. We are using LD player. And now, oh my God, absolutely insane. Okay, let's go back to the raid. We have 5 hours left. We are a little bit late, too much going on right now. Okay, so the main goal you should have in these raids is to delete the Jean Grey. After you delete the Jean Grey, this is super, super easy. So focus really, really hard on deleting her. And on the second node is exactly the same thing. Focus on deleting her and you'll be fine. And for this, we'll have to sack like the bio nodes, but you have to do it on manual. Yes, we'll actually have to play the game. Wow! We actually have to play Marvel Strike Force? What? I thought it was all about pressing red dots and collecting useless rewards. It seems like it's not the case. So after you wait 5 minutes or so for the game to load again, you want to load with this team. You have Pavitre, we have Thanos and Game, both Raiders, Black Knight, Captain Sam, and Penny Parker. You can use Captain Sam as a striker if you want. His damage is going to be pretty important. And you have vulnerabilities from other guys, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Like I said, we have to do it on manual. Otherwise, it might be difficult to time exactly your attacks. And you also don't want to revive characters, right? Because that's the main goal, is making sure that you are not wasting your health packs unless it's 100% necessary. The worst part of this chaos raid or whatever is that we don't even have first time clear rewards for the highest difficulty. I understand that on the lower difficulties it does not make sense because you can change the difficulty, but you cannot change on the higher difficulty. So what the hell, Scopely? Like, it makes no sense. Okay, Jean Grey is attacking. She's the one that you have to delete. She has trauma, slow, heal block, all those things. And we're gonna get clapped early on, but that's fine. So we're gonna use the ultimate with Pavitre. We want him to give speed up to our entire team. And the ultimate is exactly what it does. And we want Penny Parker to go as early as possible because she's going to apply bleeds and damage to those enemies. Now, you need to get a little bit lucky here, and that's why we have 2 tanks, because we need to push Thanos endgame below 50%, right? So we can activate his nonsense. Let's ability block the Lizard just in case, remove some of those negative effects. Now we're gonna get speed bar. Once again, you don't want to do the special of Captain Sam, otherwise it's not gonna be good news for you. We already destroyed that guy, what's his name? The DuArktik. We already destroyed the DuArktik. And now our goal is just to focus on Jean Grey as soon as we can, right? Because we have this gladiator here, is an absolute nightmare to deal with, but it will be possible. Okay, Thanos endgame almost getting pushed. We're gonna do his ultimate, maybe also the special. Your Black Knight should be big as possible, because as you guys can see, the enemies really clap. Striker eyes await. Usually that's not the case, but okay, let's see. Thanos endgame pops. Yes, okay, there you go. No offense down or anything, but we are on a tough situation, right? We were not able to do enough damage, and now we have to do the basic. I don't have Striker eyes await on him, which is my mistake as well. This is the last charge of the Goblin, so let's just stun the girl. We have to full nuke her, and then we have to just time out. I should have more strikers. I clearly don't have enough strikers. So here we go, let's heal up Thanos endgame. At this point, you just want the girl to get deleted, and yeah, you definitely need more strikers here, otherwise you cannot precise attack on her, right? Okay, we have Kestrel about to go. Are we going to destroy Kestrel first? We probably could destroy Kestrel first. Goblin still has the slow. I'm a little bit concerned about that Kestrel. Even that our goal is to destroy the Jean Grey. Let's see if we can survive long enough for that. Yeah, we might be in trouble here because I don't have the proper eyes await. But if you had Captain Sam as a striker, this will be way easier, or even Thanos endgame as a striker. Now, if your Thanos endgame dies, that's fine. Like I said, the goal should be for your allies to clear this up afterwards. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. We're gonna quit the match, lose match, and even that we were not able to delete Jean Grey. She's low enough for us to be able to clear this with Spider Society, or at least that should be the case. And like this, you only have to revive a Black Knight, right? That's 50 health packs. The other one would be 50 health packs for each character. And like this, we have to spend just 20 to heal up a few of the characters. Okay, let's load our Spider Society. This Spider Society is level 105, so yes, they are quite big. And the buffs that we are looking for are the buffs from Penny Parker. So hopefully this will work fine, right? Unfortunately, I didn't have the proper ISO weight, but you guys saw that if Captain Sam and Thanos Endgame were strikers, it would be a little bit better. Or Thanos Endgame as a raider is fine, but of course the other one would be better. Okay, let me just search for my team. Okay, let's see if we can finally load these. It's insane that it took so long. Unbelievable. Five, how many minutes? 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes to load this nonsense. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the team like whatever. The other girl, we are not gonna use the other girl, right? I guess we could use Black Knight and then Peter B. Okay, let's do it like this. I don't think it's necessary for you to put isolate purple on the other girl. And like this, anyway, you're getting the benefits of everything. We have the healing. So this is the goal. You want to sack and then you want to sim. And if everything goes well, you should be able to win, right? Let's find out if it was worth all this time. Okay, here we go. Usually, okay, there you go. So easy. So as long as you destroy that Jean Grey a little bit after, you can clear the node. And you have to do this 2 times, or once again, you want to join one alliance member and do exactly the same, and you go through the skill nodes, and then the mutant nodes are very, very easy. You just use Extreme X-Men and Old Man Logan, and you are good to go. And there you go. You have 100% completion on this raid. If you are a veteran player, if you have some power cores to spend, this is something that you can do. It says 88%, but probably not. And it's just something that you have to get used to with your alliance. The worst thing is really the insane load times that for some reason MSF now has. And it's very unfortunate because it's really ruined the experience. But there you go, guys. That's how you clear all the skill nodes and all the nodes on these Chaotic Storm. Yeah, absolutely Chaotic Storm Omega on difficulty 5. Yes, this is difficulty 5. And this will allow you to get more Gear T20 and get Professor X much, much faster. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Mouse Force content. And I will catch you guys later.